Hello, everyone. Welcome to Adobe Live Winter Games Edition. How's everybody today? I want to thank everyone for tuning in. I know we are both very excited to be here today. I'm your host, Shauna Lynn, and I'm here with my friend, the very talented Syd Weiler. Hello, Syd. How are you?
Hi, everybody. Happy Monday. I'm very excited to be here.
We're going to have fun. We're going to have a lot of fun.
The invitation.
Yeah.
Hi, chat.
Well, so before we get started, I'm just gonna do a quick little housekeeping and then we will dive in. So before we get started, join our newest addition to the Adobe Live lineup, our Creative Cloud Express streams, where you can check out how to navigate the easy to use app. This week, it's all about creating infographics. Also be sure to check out the second week of Photoshop Daily Creative Challenge with Sam Peterson every weekday at 9 a.m. Pacific, so right before us tomorrow. Tune in and challenge yourself with a new prompt each day. If you are hanging out over on the YouTube stream, we would love to see you come join us over here on behance.net/live. That is where I'll be reading the chat. That's where the cool kids are hanging out. If you are chatting in the YouTube stream, I won't ever see that chat. So you're going to just be talking to the universe, just a big black hole. Anyways, yeah.
And if you else is living on YouTube.
Yeah, and whoever else is living on YouTube. So if you want to like chat with us, like come over here. We're fun. And if you miss any of the streams this week, you can watch all of the replays right here on Behance. Adobe Live is also now hosting live streamers on Behance when Adobe is offline. So tune into their streams and check out their creative process. So Syd, would you like to introduce yourself and your work?
Sure. Hi, everybody. I'm Syd Weiler. I'm an illustrator, animator, designer. I do a lot of things. Can you see my screen? Here's my website. Here's some of my work.
The doves.
I am, mostly a digital painter. I work primarily in Photoshop and Adobe Fresco and a few other apps. But here's the bulk of my portfolio right now. If you want to see more, you can find me both at Syd Weiler here on Behance and just sydweiler.com, as well as at Syd Weiler everywhere else on social media. So yeah, that's me. In the past, I've streamed a bit for Adobe. If you've seen me around, I was a creative resident for a couple years ago. I made a creature called a trash dove. Yep.
We do love the trash dove around here.
Yeah, he's a good bud. He's a good bud. So yeah, that's me.
Awesome. Well, so I just want to give a quick little background about what these streams are about. There's a little bit of inspiration behind it. I'm a huge fan of winter sports, especially figure skating, which is a sport I participate in. And because the games are currently happening, by the way, figure skating is tonight. It's the men's. I thought it would be really fun to create some winter sports themed challenges. So today, Syd and I will be doing a little bit of a design-a-thon of sorts, and we're going to create mascots for Team Adobe. There's going to be a total of 4 streams total. So today, tomorrow, and then there's going to be 2 next week. And each one is a different theme, all centered around winter sports. So I thought mascots could be really fun, especially because Syd has some really awesome character design skills.
Thank you.
Of course, I love your character design stuff. And we'll just bounce between each other's screens. I'll be drawing along as well. And we're going to just have some fun and share our process. And we'll be doing this for about 70-ish minutes before we switch over to a pin design. We're going to mock up the mascot as a pin because not my theory. I love collecting pins. I feel like it's a great way to collect art. It's another great way to collect memories. And I love going to events and getting pins, especially pins of like different characters.
Yeah.
So I created a pin mockup that you can get in the Adobe CC Library link in the info tab, where you can download also our character prompts, that word. I created 2 different character prompts today. We've got character 1, character 2. Each one has its own spiel. They each have 2 names you can pick from. I believe Syd is going to go off the cuff and use a different name, but Syd has picked their option and I will do the other one. So what is yours, Syd?
So I was going to go with, I've got the files here on my screen. I was going to go with mascot number 2 personally, just because I like these colors a little bit better for the idea that I have in mind. This flour sack pose option thing was inspired. That was so cute. And I'm not actually sure, this is definitely a figure skating pose.
I thought it was more like a ha.
That too. Although I think the first one was a little bit more I don't know, that was kind of ha. Fists up, it's pumped up. I like this one because it had some cool and some warm colors to go with.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're making our mascot options, which I really like. Before this, I hadn't really thought much about the Olympic mascots before, right? Because you see them in the opening ceremony, and then that's kind of it. They don't really usually have them very many other places, which is actually a shame because looking through just the history of them, there are some wild ones. There are some mascots that are interesting, but also some of the ones from recent years are so good.
There's a few that were definitely a choice.
Yeah, there were some choices, especially early on, because they haven't been doing mascots forever. They've only been doing them since the early 60s, I found out. So yeah, they're actually a pretty recent thing.
And one of the fun things too is they do take a mascot and they turn it into a bunch of different merchandise. So you get plushies, you get pins, you get keychains, stickers, what have you. They gift the winners. They get a little plushie of the mascot. So currently they're getting little Bing Dwen Dwen, just a little panda, little round panda.
I don't think I'm allowed to show it, but
no,
please look up Bing Dwen Dwen.
Yeah, please look it up because we can't copyright. We can't show it, unfortunately, but
please look at the mascot from this year. I'm going to just read this description of it really quickly. Bing Dwen Dwen is the mascot for the 2022 Winter Games. The panda wears a full body shell of ice, which helps the mascot skate, snowboard, and ski alongside the Olympic athletes. This is such a beautiful little creature.
It's really cute. It's very huggable looking.
It's so huggable, but then you read the description and it's just wearing ice. It's just wearing a coat of ice. And also just based on its shape, this animal could not do sports. So it's just sliding around and it's a good friend. When I started sketching last night, I was just thinking about this character's proportions. I do also think that the mascot from 2018 and then the summer games in 2016, they're perfect. They're just perfect designs.
One of the fun things they do too is they do actually mock up some of these mascots doing the sports. So it's really cute. There's one from Vancouver that is doing, they've skiing, they have skating, they have pair skating, which is really funny because it's a mascot with another mascot.
Was Vancouver the one that had the Sasquatch?
Yeah.
That was also very good. Yeah.
That was a good one. So there's
cute.
A lot of really fun cultural stuff behind what they choose and where they go with this. So a lot of that too is why we have character prompts, because I thought it would be really fun to be able to have something to work off of rather than just sort of doing whatever we wanted.
It was a great jumping point. So I've decided to work with, I'm going to do a red panda because, the mascot this year is a panda. And then since we're doing an Adobe mascot, Adobe's primary brand color is red. So that was just hop, skip, and a jump for me. So I'm gonna make a little red panda, and I've only just done some preliminary sketches, but
just some preliminary. I have nothing, Syd.
I just did some silhouettes and then tried to figure out how their faces work because their faces are very cute, but I didn't want to go in cold. So I do
Twitter poll.
Yeah, you did do a Twitter poll.
Let's see what the winner is currently.
Mine's name is going to be Blur. because, you know, we're going off of all of the like digital drawing tool names, which is really cute.
I thought that was
and then
clever.
I'm gonna do the because, you know, the red pandas have like the fur. If you don't know what a red panda is, here, I've got a picture.
They're really cute.
They're so
Look
cute.
at that.
They're like little raccoon babies. They've got this like really amazing facial pattern. I was gonna make the facial like white part of their cheeks like in a lightning bolt shape. So
yeah,
I'm not sure. That's what I wanted to ask Chad about, like whether or not mine should be a skater, a skier, a snowboarder, like a speed skater. So I'm going off of the fast theme, and then I'm going to draw it in a pose of one of those things for the pin. So does Chad have any opinions on that?
Sorry guys, I was trying to move my mouse in a way that I wasn't going to awkwardly use it, but I didn't win. So sorry for all the little noises. I am working off 2 different screens, so I have to find my mouse at any given point. So we have quite a few people in chat, which is really fun. We've got Wade.
Checking it out now.
Yeah, we've got Wade who's
Hi,
modding. We got Andreas,
Jason.
we got Jack, we've got Viola, got Bliss. Jason says, hi, Syd. Hi, Shauna. Hey, Jason. Hey, Chad. Jason says, I can, about the shape of the mascot. Jason says, I can relate to that. Based on my shape, I can't do sports either.
Okay, just to be clear, like I'm not body shaming. It's just he has very short limbs and he's mostly just an egg. It would not be able to do the things that the Olympic athletes could do just based on its cartoon proportions.
Yes.
But yeah, also I can't skate. I'm unfortunately one of the people that like whenever my feet are moving or like my body is moving and I'm not walking or like I can't control it. Like my brain just blue screens and I can't skate, I can't skateboard, I can't snowboard, I can't ski. It's very unfortunate because I would like to do all of these things.
If it makes you feel better, I can't ski. And like my parents, bless them, tried when I was little. We went to a ski resort because my dad could ski and my mom could ski. And they took us on the bunny hill and I could not go down the bunny hill.
It's scary.
It is. I don't like going downwards.
No.
I don't like roller coasters for the same reason. Like I don't like the feeling of down.
Yeah. I have trouble with the stomach drop. Yeah, that's a big part of it.
Yeah. Skating is a whole different thing. Like there's no drop. Oh, Dana's here. Dana's one of my skating friends.
Hi, Heidi.
Oh, is Heidi here? Hi, Heidi.
Heidi's here. And Mariana.
Hello.
Hi.
Hey, Mariana.
Hello.
Hi, Colby. We have a lot of people
Mariana
here.
Votes curling or snowboarding. I don't really like curling. I find it incredibly boring.
My sister's boyfriend knows a lot about curling, and he was like way into it when we were watching curling yesterday.
That's funny.
Yeah.
I just don't. It's kind of like golf in my brain. Like I don't know what the point is.
Yeah.
I
don't understand. I wish I understood it.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to start our timer. So we've got an hour, 10 minutes. So 70 minutes. It'll go off when it is time.
Okay.
It'll be about, oh no, I have to time convert. 10:53. No.
You're in a different time zone than me also. So
yeah, I'm really bad at time converting.
Do my best with that.
It'll be in an hour and 10 minutes. Just run with it.
That's cool.
I don't math well on the spot either. So my 3 mascot choices were between a sable, which looks like a cute little weasel, a binturong, which is a bear cat, and a tiger, which is very predictable. And right now, sable and binturong are tied.
Okay.
So Syd, which
now
one?
You wanted to go with tiger, so that's kind of funny.
I thought people would go for tiger, but as soon as I put like binturong out, I was like, oh, people are probably going to want to go to the binturong.
Of course, they're going to Google the interesting word. Like,
yeah. And I mean, they're really cute. They do look like little bear cats. I have them up on my screen so that we could see like what they looked like. And they're like, the sable's really cute, but it's also one of those like very awkward proportioned animals. Like, look at this little thing. It is very long.
It's very long.
It's very long, which could be really cute for like very dramatic poses, like very big curves and angles. But also like, look at the binturong. He's kind of cute. Apparently they smell like popcorn.
Oh, I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
I don't know. My cousin used to work with them and she's like, they smell like popcorn. And I was like, well, that's an interesting fact. I'll keep that in my brain for one day.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I've actually done no sketching.
Popcorn.
Oh, that'd be cute. Well, so my options here.
Yeah, which one are you gonna go with?
Yeah. Okay. So if you guys do want to join in and work along with us, there are 2 character sheet options for you. Mine is Bevel or Smudge. And I kind of think Smudge is a great name.
I really loved Smudge. Yeah. Like I almost picked Smudge.
I think Smudge is like the one I need to go with. And it's going to be like a mammal or bird. So I'm going to go with the Binturong. And the personality is charming, goofy, and magical. So I'm thinking that a monocle needs to be in there somewhere. I'm thinking.
That's gonna be funny. That was probably like, I think that's my favorite thing about a lot of the mascots. They're extremely nonsensical, like just from a character standpoint or like a character design standpoint. Like there are a couple of them that are like outright terrifying.
Oh yeah,
like
gritty.
The ones from London a couple years ago. Those were frightening.
Want to talk frightening? Look at hockey mascots. Those are something.
I mean, yeah, like just top of my mind, Gritty.
Though I love Gritty's social media. It's fantastic.
Gritty's perfect in every way.
Oh no, my Windows.
So you're doing the Sable, right?
No, I'm doing the Binturong.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah, so I'm about to pull up a bunch of reference for the Binturong just so I can see it.
And that's cute because like it's almost the same like head shape as the red panda. Like they're similar in that way.
And I think in this instance, like we don't have to necessarily think of like how would this look if it were an actual costume. So we don't have to consider like what would the mascot head look like that someone wears. Like this can be very stylized. Yeah. And then once our timer's up, we'll go in and we'll start doing our tracing so that we can convert it to a pin, which is a great mock-up I also gave you guys that I built last week.
That's such a cool file.
Y'all, I went so crazy with that.
It's a really good resource. Just like if you ever want to make a pin. Yeah, I saved it immediately. It was like,
there's a shiny metal. There's shiny metal. There's matte metal, and it's a lot. Nice. Oh, this one. I like this Binturong. He's a mood.
Got these. These were my top sketches. Wait, which one? These were my top sketches that I first started doing yesterday. The very first one on the far left was based on Bing Duen Duen.
Okay.
And that shape. And I was like, I cannot work with the silhouette. I don't know what to do with this. It's not anything that I would normally go to, even though it's very cute. So I tried to kind of extrude the limbs a little bit more. I tried to like give myself some more leg to work with, and like just wasn't quite there. So I think something like the middle shape, like these guys, even though they're kind of less like, I guess dynamic in silhouette than the top line, I just feel more comfortable. I think I like the far right silhouette the best. This little bean guy with the shorter legs and the bigger arms.
I do like those proportions. That one's really cute.
Because if I go with a snowboarder, then like you're gonna have the big snowboard on the bottom, so that'll like balance out the skinnier legs a little bit than like this far left guy.
Yeah.
And then I was like, I really love the little dot eyes on so many of the mascots from past years, but Bing Duen Duen has those big like
sauceable.
They're glassy. Yeah, they're like bead glassy eyes. They're pretty.
Yeah.
But compared to years past, which was just dot eyes, I was like, they made some choices here. So I don't know. I think I might split the difference between far left and far right.
Okay.
Gotta give it some bigger eyes to work with. So
bigger eyes is like your style too. I think that works really well.
I kind of go for.
It works for you. That. Yeah. Colby says these sketches are incredible.
Thank you.
And Paloma says that they love the lightning bolt face pattern, and their vote is for Blur to be a skater. Like a speed. People are saying speed skater.
Yeah, that's kind of what I thought. But like, I don't know. I think my favorite sport that I watch in the Winter Games is probably snowboarding, just because.
Yeah.
Like, I really wish I could do that. I really wish I could just like, it's so cool. So I think I'm gonna go with the snowboarder.
Yeah, I think snowboard would be a good one to go with.
It's a good shape too. Like if I just draw little.
A fun fact about speed skating though is there's only two edges. They're
edges.
Yeah, like their skates, there's only two edges. Like they only have an outside edge and an inside edge on each skate because they're only going in one direction.
Oh.
Yeah. I learned this because someone at my rink, one of my old rinks, was like, I tried it and those skates are so weird. I'm like, I trip over them. They're long.
Oh yeah, because they are super long.
Yeah, like they're to me, they are terrifying because they don't look like they have any ankle support. I wouldn't trust myself. I can't walk 5 feet without tripping. So
you're going so fast.
Yeah, but that's a fun fact about those.
Yeah. I
And
don't know
then
much about skating in general. I don't know much about snowboarding in general.
Oh, I know so much about skating.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, they're
Hey Kyle.
Hey Kyle. Yeah, people are talking about like curling and snowboarding. There are specific like curling circles. I do know that because all of my rinks have them.
Yeah.
So that the curling people can practice. Binturong has a huge nose and I have got to make this happen.
So are you going to go with the pose that's on Mascot page number 1? Or are you going to pick a different one?
I'm thinking I'm going to trying to see if I can get the body right first. But I'm thinking I might do pose number 3, which is like, it kind of looks like him leaping.
Pose number 3 on page number 1. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm showing them on screen now just in case.
Thank you.
People didn't open the file. So these are the poses that we're talking about. These are the options.
And
this is the page that I picked, but at this point I'm kind of picking and choosing. And I kind of love actually this main pose for blur because I could totally have the board just like right in front, like the arms kind of like up. Like,
I mean, you're welcome to steal it.
That would be cute.
And also when it comes to the colors, like, because I was thinking about it, like they all wear like clothing. So, well, not all of them, but some of them wear clothing of some sort. So the
not
colors
all of them. Dwayne just wear some ice.
I can't imagine. Think about how cold that would be if that was like a real thing, like an ice outfit. That would hurt so much.
Yeah, but it was interesting because like we had a huge ice storm here this weekend. Didn't have power for 4 days. So one of those days I was very bored. I went outside. That's how bored I was. And like we have a dogwood tree out front and it was just covered, like all of the branches, all of the buds, everything was just coated in ice. And the little tiny buds were encased in the ice. And it was so pretty. It just like magnified the colors.
That's
and then
cool.
I went and I looked at Pink Blind One and it was like the exact same thing. It was so cute.
I gotta admit, that's like really clever.
Yeah.
That they incorporated that.
I think they should have like an art Olympics a few months before the games where they just have tons and tons of artists like create the brand for the games and create the mascot. Like you should get the best of the best to do that. I would watch that. That would be very exciting.
That would be actually pretty cool.
Yeah.
Okay, I've got like a little head going. I'm not sure if I love it, but we're just gonna run with it. There.
Yeah, I gotta figure out my shapes. Just gonna kind of rough the body in. So like if his arms are going up like this, like he's gonna be kind of like.
I think a trick to character design too is like using shapes to build them out. So like trying like rectangular face shapes versus circular.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, I can't speak.
I think for me it's usually more about proportion than anything. Like what's gonna give you the most expression for I don't know, not the least amount of work, but like you want your shapes to be working for you.
Right. My Binturong's kind of airing on Syd the Sloth currently.
That's fine. I grew up being called Syd the Sloth because of those dumb movies.
They left without me. They do this every year. How far can I go before I get copyrighted?
You've made so many of them at this point.
I know. Apparently Wausau, Wisconsin has a curling league. I did not know that. Wausau is not far from me. My mom texted me earlier too. She was leaving. She's like, the driveway's an ice rink. And of course my brain went to like, oh, there's like a sheet of ice like on the driveway.
Yeah.
Ran upstairs to go look because like, if there is, I'm throwing the skates on. I'm going to do 5 minutes of this. But it was just like a light coating of ice where the shade was. So like when I walked out to the mailbox, I was like, ooh, I better not wipe out because that'll end up on a camera. And we don't want that.
Our pond is all frozen over. I wonder if it would be skatable.
You can take a drill and drill a hole into it to see how thick the ice is. But there's like a rule where it has to be like under 20 degrees, I think, for at least 3 days for it to be walkable.
We were there.
I don't know. There are some ice fishermen here that really tempt fate. They go out on the ice at some weird times when I'm like, that does not look safe at all.
Yeah.
There are places in northern Wisconsin where like you can drive on the ice at certain points in the winter. Mm-hmm. And I don't care how thick the ice is. I would not trust that.
No, because like my insurance isn't going to believe me. Like no matter what happens in that scenario, like they're going to ask me how the vehicle got out there. I can't lie. Like I'm not going to say it drove itself. I don't know what this shape is doing yet. So he's going to like grab the board, but maybe I should have his knees going up a little bit. Like
there's a place we go to fish every summer. And there are people there's like little, but there's like islands in this lake that actually have houses on them. And I was like, how do they navigate this how do they navigate this at all? Well, they have like, one guy had this like half-size pontoon thing that he just kind of across the lake. And his car just stays on like dry land. He's like, they just do that when they need to get groceries. I'm like, that sounds like a lot of work.
Yeah.
He goes, but in winter they can drive their cars on there. And I was like, nothing about that sounds safe. And he goes, the ice here gets like 12 inches thick. Like it's safe to drive on. I'm like, how many cars are at the bottom of this lake right now? He goes, probably a good number.
Yeah. That's not risking it. Like it's not worth risking it.
I am not tempting fate. Like the rule of thumb with like, if you want to go ice skating on a frozen lake, the rule of thumb is if there are ice fishermen out there, it's safe to be on.
Yeah.
But I saw ice fishermen in spring when the ice was like probably 2 inches thick and really did not look like it was thick in many areas out on the ice fishing. So I don't know how much I trust that.
Yeah, I don't know if I trust like just the people who are like, it's a good idea to go sit out there and try to catch some fish right now. Yeah. It's very cold.
I mean, my dad's been collecting a bunch of gear over the last like.
Yeah. Does he want to do that?
Oh, he's done it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he goes up a bit more north to do it, but he does do it. And I think he's crazy, but he loves it. So
I just really dislike the cold. I like, watching the sports, but I'm not a cold person at all. And
which I find hilarious given that you do live in a cold climate.
I do. And I grew up here and my hands and feet just get so cold.
Now
you do it.
You recently like had a location change. Like has that how's that affected
Yeah.
your
I mean, the climate's still the
creativity?
same. I think I just like when I went to school in Florida, and then I was down there for 7 years, and I actually really love the climate. Like, not a lot of people love the Florida climate, but
Nope.
I love the humidity. I love the heat all the time. And so I just kind of turned into a lizard, and coming back up here, like, have not adjusted still. It's been 5 years, I think. So yeah, I'm not a winter person. I keep doing it. I keep telling myself, like, I'm not going to do another winter. I'm not going to be in the north. Like, and it just keeps happening. One day.
One day.
This weekend was a real test.
Yeah, you have woods though behind you, so you can just go like be a little nature elf in the woods,
I
right?
did go stomp around in the woods the one day. That was nice. I got pretty far back too, because like everything's just snow. There's no like brambles or anything to really stop me. The only thing that stopped me was just like my hands. They just got so cold I couldn't do it anymore.
That's the worst because it hurts.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, so I've sent Syd some really fun Team USA mittens because
yeah, they're not here for the stream. I'm so sad.
But they're cute. They're red, white, and blue. They say Team USA. They were on sale. I bought a lot of them. I got a set like a couple years ago when I volunteered at US Figure Skating Nationals.
Nice.
And I never thought like mittens would be really comfortable in winter, but because it's a one area, it holds the heat in better.
Mm-hmm.
And they're fleece inside. So like they're like little furnaces on your hands. And
nice.
It's great.
That's awesome. Yeah.
So
had 2 pairs of gloves on, like during all of the weekend activities outside.
Yeah.
And it was still not enough.
Yeah, it does. It just that cold, it just like pierces.
Mm-hmm. And I have very poor circulation. My hands are very small. So
same. Dana says, as someone originally from northern Wisconsin, can confirm crazy ice shantytown people driving on the ice. Those shacks can be fancy too. Oh yeah, there's some like nice houses on this one lake. I would feel so isolated, I guess. I don't know. It would feel really weird to be on an island where you can like see your car across the water.
Yeah.
Okay, so one really cute thing about these binturongs, you can see my screen. Awesome.
Yay.
One really cool thing not cool, but silly thing about binturongs is they've got like, look at these ears. They have fuzz. They've got like a floof.
Oh, they have the floof too. Yeah, the pandas have the floof inside. They have the floof outside. That's so cute. They almost look like a porcupine somehow.
With a little tongue.
Their noses are so big.
I know. That's such a and that's the feature I'm trying to pull in, but I think I need to go.
Yeah.
I feel like I need to go bigger on the nose.
Yeah.
I think I gotta go bigger.
The eyes.
Yeah.
A little bit. Yeah. It's both the size and the shape of the nose, because the pandas almost have like an upside down nose shape compared to like other mammals.
I'm gonna turn off my my reference layer for now, just so I've got room to work.
I don't know what's happening upstairs.
This is how I end up doing characters. Is I just like I copy paste and I adjust things until I'm happy, because I never want to lose my original.
Yeah, just version it. So wait, someone is it Laz that's doing boards?
Yes.
Board designs?
Yeah, he's doing snowboards next Wednesday. And he snowboards. So snowboard. I'm not going to judge you.
Adobe on it, though. I'm trying to figure out how to, like, what would his tail do? His tail, like, go like that? Would it go down here?
You should put a mitten on his tail.
Oh. I would worry because, like, I've got him kind of doing a board grab. It might then look like he has too many hands.
Oh, true.
I could do a mitten on this one. That would be really cute.
I'm
Like,
definitely newer to like character stuff, and animals are hard.
Yeah, they're tricky.
I think this nose works though.
Yeah, that definitely looks more like the animal.
And then I'm gonna just try and make him a little more smiley, because sometimes they look angry and I don't want this one to look angry.
Should I give Blur like the goggles? Okay. Snowboarders always just look so cool. Like their outfits are just cool.
I love like their jackets. They look so cozy.
Yeah.
But also
like Chloe
really
Kim always just looks so freaking cool. I'm like, okay.
Yes. She's so cool. What is chat saying? Oh, wait, goes his tiny little blip. And they're talking about like Luciana. Cheers from Brazil. Don't rub it in how warm it is.
Nice and warm there.
Mariana says, I love the Adobe name drop on the snowboard, Syd.
I don't know what else to put there right now. Gonna need clothes of some sort, probably.
Okay, I'm gonna take what I've got here. We're gonna create a new layer, and we're just gonna try to see if I can give him like some kind of interesting shape.
What am I drawing with this huge brush?
If anyone has questions, please feel free to drop them in the chat.
Anybody else drawing along with us? I want to see.
Yeah. You guys do share it out too. We can use hashtag Adobe Winter Games.
I did learn this week that snowboarding used to be called snurfing, apparently.
Wait, what?
I saw a tweet.
Like S-N-U-R-F?
Yeah, like snow surfing. Yeah.
That's amazing.
They should have kept it. Like, why didn't they keep it?
It sounds fake. I love it.
Yeah.
It sounds like a weird noise someone would make.
Mm-hmm. Hello, Ashraful. Sorry if I pronounced your name incorrectly.
Sam asks, what's the inspiration behind your mascots? So I went with a animal that is found in China because that's where the games are taking place this year. So I went with a little Binturong. I had an option of 3, and this was the one that it was a tie on Twitter, but this one seemed like more fun. And I don't know. We're gonna see how this goes because I don't draw animals often. But what about you, Syd?
Yeah, because this year it's in China, so they did the panda. When we decided we were going to make mascots for Team Adobe, I really like red pandas. I've drawn them several times before, and since the actual mascot is a panda and Adobe's primary brand color is red, I just put those things together and got it in my mind that I wanted to make a red panda. And it's now kind of just becoming a cool snowboarder, I guess. So I like
so
watching the
cute.
snowboarders.
He's so cute. Mariana said she likes the Binturong's resting face.
Yeah, I saw that.
If you look up a Binturong, they're actually really angry looking a lot of times. Some of them, they're kind of like, oh, you're adorable. And the others, you're like, I don't want to cross your path.
Like, where do they live? Like,
hoe.
what is their habitat?
Like,
do they live in trees?
Yeah, they like hang on things. It's like a weird, it's like a version of a koala. Like they've got like major claws and things.
That's cute.
Let's see.
And I am just like focusing on this one pose that I'm going to convert to the pin because otherwise I'm not going to get done.
That's fair. Yeah, we still got 40 minutes, so
yeah,
doing good.
Sure is like drawn acceptably.
Anthony says the Adobe board is a very nice touch. They love it. I'm almost wondering, like, originally I was going to like paint it so it was a little more like the character styles I work in, but I'm almost wondering if I should just work in like the outlines and colors so that it's ready to convert.
Yeah, I'm kind of thinking about my outline. I don't normally work in line, and that's a fun challenge. You know, sketch in line, but like my final work never has lines.
Mine doesn't usually either.
You use like line elements though in your rendering and stuff.
Yeah, I'll use it to like define different parts.
Yeah, I am never ever happy with my line quality. So I'm like, okay, let's get rid of all evidence of this. Just
your paint style though works really well.
Thank you. It just takes so much time.
Yeah.
Just lasso everything off, and then lately it's like infinite gradients.
Yeah. Oh, so Wade says Marie asked, what drawing tablets or devices are we both using? So what is your
a very old Cintiq that is on its last legs?
Oh no.
It's finally about to bite the bullet, I think.
And I'm on a 24-inch Cintiq.
Yeah. When did you get that? A couple years ago?
Like 3 years ago.
I got the one which it just turned off.
Oh no.
Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, I got the one with touch. If anyone's considering getting a Cintiq, don't go for touch. It's just not. It's a feature I keep off. I don't ever use it. Yeah,
I've heard that the Cintiq, mostly the palm rejection is
bad.
Not advanced.
Yeah, it's like the touch itself is really good. Like it's very receptive very quickly, but it's almost too sensitive because you have to have that glove to have palm rejection.
And I don't like wearing those little gloves, like the half glove thing. I don't like how that feels.
I used one recently when my hands were freezing, so 2 fingers were warm.
My Cintiq knows I was talking about it just now.
It's over there like, take that.
Yep. Sorry if you hear the USB sound turning on and off.
We'll just run with it. It's fine.
Oh, come on.
And then Noor says, I was wondering why I knew I saw the red panda somewhere, and it's a character in Kung Fu Panda. There's also a movie coming out where like a little girl, like every time she gets embarrassed, she turns into a giant red panda.
Which looks so cute. It's about like preteens in, I think, like Vancouver. Yeah, it looks really cute.
And Dorina says, do you use stands for your Cintiqs? I have the Ergo stand. It's very heavy. It is not the most intuitive thing in terms of like moving. Like I've got a box underneath my Cintiq to keep it raised because otherwise it would sit too low. And there's no like way, you either have it like up here or down here. Like there's no middle ground. So I've actually been looking at that ergo arm as an option.
Oh, the what are they called? The Ergotron?
Yeah.
I might have one, an extra one. They're kind of finicky. Yeah. But I do like them. If you can get it like balanced properly, depending on the weight of your device, it's really nice. But sometimes they struggle with that. Like I have one, it's literally sitting over there on the floor. Okay. Because I got sick of just like trying to fix it alongside my desk setup right now. So I just like took it off and put the basic stand back on. Yeah, my Cintiq is, I'm on a 21 UX, which is, yeah, it's pretty ancient in terms of the drawing hardwares, but it has served me so well. I tried to replace it a couple years ago, and I didn't really care for the replacement that I got. I got one of the like second to last generation 22 HCs. It just didn't feel the same. It didn't feel right. So I went back to this old one, and now just like this last month, I've started having issues with it. So I'm trying to figure out what the replacement's going to be. I really just wish that they would make a 16-inch iPad. Like
I would buy that in a heartbeat, honestly.
That would be perfect, because the 16-inch Cintiqs, like they look bulky. Everything else at that size also looks bulky that has a screen, because I can't draw not on a screen. And the 12-inch is just it's like a little bit too small. It's probably what I'm going to go with, just because I want something that's more portable. I want something that works both mobily and like at my desktop, so that I don't have to have like so many different devices. But I wish that they would just, because like they made this 16-inch MacBook. Like I wish they would make a 16-inch iPad. But nobody asked me.
If you're listening, Apple.
Yeah, Apple. So I know you're watching this. Free ideas.
Yes. Okay, so I've got like a rough character. I don't know, chat, should I draw him doing a snowboard activity, like or not snowboard, but like a winter activity? Because right now he's just like, go Team Adobe. And that's it.
If you wanted to draw him competing against Blur.
That could be cute.
I do feel like he
could do skiing.
I think he might. He looks like I'm looking at the animal. I'm not like even looking at your drawing. I'm just looking at the animal. Like the animal looks like it would be curling. Like it's got
my gosh, you're right.
Very intent, like concentration face, and like it looks like it has a little broom in front of it. Like,
okay, I think that's what we're gonna do. You're right. That is
like a grumpy.
That is a curling Binturong.
A curler.
That is that's a curling Binturong. We're gonna run with that. I like that idea. So I'm gonna use his face as a reference here, but I think I might have to do like a more intense something or other here. We had Becca says, kind of glad to hear I'm not the only one with workspace flows. Yeah. Dana
I'm trying to get away from my desktop. Like I'm trying so hard.
Yeah. Dana agrees that a 16-inch iPad would be great.
I'm glad I'm not the only one that like thinks this is a good idea. Like it just makes a lot of sense to me.
And then
a bobsled would be good for yours too. Yeah.
Oh yeah, bobsled would be good. Christine says that they just bought a Cintiq 16, first time using and learning a digital drawing tablet. Any favorite tutorials or tips? Really play with the
on your Cintiq. That's exciting. Did you get the regular one or the pro? Because I actually have been watching a lot of different tutorials about them in the event that I end up having to get a different Cintiq. I saw someone, I think it's the regular one that has the Visa mount instead of just the mount for the Cintiq stand. I could be wrong about that. But I saw someone using a tripod like with a standard Visa mount with their 16, and like they just had it propped up next to their couch. Like that was cool. If I got one, I think I would get that so that I could do that specifically.
Oh, interesting. I never would have
regular one. Yeah. I think the difference between the pro and the regular, like there's some chord differences. I think the pro has a slightly more streamlined chord setup, which is definitely nice because the Cintiqs have always just had too many chords.
We had another question in chat too about, what's it? They were asking for
what's asleep. Wow.
Anna Martinez was hoping for a grump face mascot. I mean, I can make that. I probably will make that happen.
I have to decide if a scarf is necessary. I think it might be.
Yeah. Luciana says, any tips for a first time creating a mascot? How can I find the right mascot type?
Oh, mascot type. Do you mean like animal or like personality? This is also a really good like project for me right now because I'm making a mascot for work.
Are you?
I think I showed him to you a couple months ago at least. Box. Not allowed to show him yet.
I'm trying to remember if I've seen it because I don't think I have, but I'd love to after the stream.
But he's literally a box with a big bow on his head.
I feel like I remember you telling me about him. I don't think I've seen any of it yet.
So I've been thinking a lot about mascots and just like characters. Animal. I mean, I think it's just kind of a personal preference. What kind of animal do you want to draw right now? And how can you make that kind of fit the assignment and have a good time with it? It's like, what other, like I considered, for this one, I considered the monkey. What was that monkey called?
Oh, the snub nose?
The snub nose monkey. Yeah. That one was adorable.
That one is really cute.
I really wanted to draw that one, but I was kind of concerned that I wouldn't be able to draw it like not looking, what's the word? I don't even know what the word is. Appealing, I guess. They have a specific charm to them.
All right, we've got a grumpy, very concentrated Binturong.
What kind of animals do you like, Luciana?
Yeah, I think a lot of that depends on like what you like to draw, because
what you want to get good at drawing.
Because when I was looking at animals last night, Syd and I were texting, and I was like, the Shih Tzu is a Chinese dog, and
you have one of those.
Yeah,
live reference.
But I struggle with drawing like very loose, fluffy hair.
Yeah,
which is why I very rarely ever illustrate my Shih Tzu.
Hard. Dogs are hard too.
They are.
They hold so much personality in their faces and their eyes, but their features can be so subtle. Like I find dog likenesses harder than I find human likenesses, and I find human likenesses very difficult.
Yeah.
Like I look at my dog probably more than I look at anything else, and like I don't think I've ever done a single good drawing of her.
Shauna
says work has a mascot, a ninja. They want an animal ninja. Huh.
I mean,
I would need more information, but that is a good starting point. Like, what kind of work is it?
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, it's
what kind of animal might embody like the values of the work. Like, is there a special, like, something that might have meaning to the workplace, like somebody's cat? I don't know. I usually, like, you know, when I have a job like this, like, I try to put all those kinds of pieces together and figure out the common ground between them all, if that makes sense.
Yeah. It's definitely looking more like a cat than it's looking like a binturong. Oh no. Y'all, animals are hard.
Yeah.
Look up a picture of someone doing curling.
What even is curling?
So
like chess kind of, but not really.
They have
that's how my grandma described it.
Yeah, I know that they have to like try to get their little stone things into the target as close to the center as possible, and you want to knock your opponent out.
Yeah.
But
so
like
it's more like marbles.
Yeah.
Is it like giant ice marbles?
Oh, you know what? I could do a side view of the animal. That actually might work kind of okay.
Or what's that? I'm trying to think of how to even explain that. Like when you go to a hotel, sometimes they have those courts like out by the pool. There's one at Disney. I can't remember which hotel it is. Or what is shuffleboard. That's what it's called.
Yeah.
Sorry, that was a lot of putting things together in my mind. Is it like shuffleboard on ice?
That's a great question. I don't know.
Seems like it would be like shuffleboard.
I don't know. My sister's boyfriend was trying to explain it yesterday, and he was getting really into it, and I was just like, I don't understand it. Luciana says, it's a house building materials company. The idea of the ninja is to represent the agility of the employees. I would look up animals that are very agile. I mean,
yeah.
Serena says you can make them figure skating. Steve says bobsled. I really should have come more prepared for this.
I'm stuck on the eyes. Always stuck on the eyes.
You could do see-through goggles.
I was gonna put the goggles like up on his forehead so that they didn't like hide the face, because I think I'm probably too far gone on the face to like add a huge element that's gonna cover up all the features and work around that.
Yeah.
So at that point, I would just kind of go to like cat Luciana. Sorry, Shauna. What were you saying?
Oh, you're fine. I'm
about ninja animals.
Syd's got a whole animal, and I'm still trying to get a face down.
Well, I did do sketches yesterday, so I was a little bit ahead. I think the eyes actually what I need to do is get color in, because I'm also thinking about Bing Duen Duen's eyes, and they had like actually multicolored irises and like depth to them, and I'm just trying to work in black and white, so that's probably part of my problem. Hey, Anthony Jackson. Yeah, cats are very, very agile.
Yeah.
And I just think about like cats jumping up onto the roof, but also
I thought like antelopes.
Yeah. Just picturing antelopes building houses. Hi, Hawk.
Hawk here. Hawk, hey. What's up?
Oh, I'd done a really cute sketch. Yeah, over here on this silhouette. I'd done also the tail, like lightning silhouette. I'm going to do that over here.
Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot. Anthony says, this sounds like a fun challenge. It is. Join us.
Having a lot of fun, actually. It's like a great way to start my Monday. It probably didn't help that I did not do like a turnaround. Like I'm kind of going off of just what's in my brain for this character's shapes. But I didn't have time, so.
Yeah, you were kind of without power this weekend, so you were a little limited.
Yeah. Like I had my iPad and like I kept it charged mostly, and I did some other sketches. I did work on this, like I worked on it yesterday and I worked on it a little bit on Saturday. It was funny, like the first day was rough, was the hardest. I had just like, I think multiple breakdowns because like I didn't have access to my work files. I couldn't even get to my brushes. I couldn't get to anything because everything on my laptop is streaming off of my working cloud, which we'll be fixing that. And then I couldn't turn my desktop on. So like I couldn't switch gears. Like I just wanted to work on what I was working on and I couldn't. It was so hard. And then afterwards I had no interest in doing any of that stuff because by then like I just started drawing other stuff and just wanted to work on that.
How does
a
power
fickle thing.
How does power outage in snow compare to a power outage in a hurricane?
Well, in a hurricane, you're not worried about freezing to death.
Okay, this is true.
Or like all of your, well, I guess, yeah, you're probably worried about your food. I don't know, because I only ever had like tropical storm power outages. We never had like a full-on category where it was like your roof might blow off. Like I never experienced that in Florida.
You are lucky.
Yeah. So I can't really compare. This one was scary just because it came on so fast. I thought we were only going to get like 2 inches of snow. It was the ice that did it. It started raining and then it got really cold all of a sudden, but it started icing instead of snowing. And all the trees got laden down with the ice and they started falling on all the power lines.
Yikes.
Did not like it.
Okay, so I think this is about as good as my Binturong is going to get with 20 minutes left to go.
I like the hat.
I'm looking at pictures of curlers and a lot of them wear their hat backwards.
Yeah, that makes sense. Like, I don't know why, but it makes sense.
Yeah, I may try to like add a little jacket to him as I draw, but what did I say I was going to call this guy? He was Smudge. This is Smudge, guys.
Smudge is a good curling name too, because they kind of like smudge the ice.
This is Smudge.
I don't know why it makes sense, but it does.
It works, and we're not going to question it. We're going to run with it. It looks still kind of like a dog now, but it's like a dog meets a bear. We're just gonna. It's all right. It's okay. We're going with it.
Like, I didn't know until college that the bear cat was an actual animal.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's like the University of Cincinnati, I think's mascot.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, someone just discovered that animal and pointed at it and was like, it's a bear and it's a cat. It's a bear cat. Like, it didn't get its own name.
Yeah. I know that they have them at Busch Gardens, Tampa, because that's where my cousin worked.
Yeah, I think I saw one there, actually. There's also a statue of one outside the Wheeling Cabela's.
Oh, okay. That's a
I only
random
remember
place.
that because I saw it years ago and was like, this is such a random.
Cabela's like the sporting goods store.
Yep.
Oh my goodness
They always
gracious.
have like the sculpture, like the big bronze.
I love it.
Like it's usually a bear or like a elk or something. I don't know.
Yeah. If you fly into Moline, Iowa, no, where's Moline? Moline is in Illinois. I was there a few weeks ago. If you fly into Moline, Illinois, it is the John Deere, I think, capital of the world. And so when you walk in, there's a giant bronze John Deere statue. It is a sight to behold.
Fascinating choices.
Yeah. Alana's here. Hello,
Hi,
Alana.
Hello.
Alana says, love the curling form for this mascot. It's spot on. Well, thank you. It's taken a while to get to this point. And Alana also says there's apparently a curling emoji for the iPhone at least. And there's a little curling emoji in our chat now. And I love it. Mariana says, I think flattening his face might help make it look less bear-like, though honestly, I think it works. Yeah, it maybe I just have like too much of a curve going on the face right now. Maybe it just needs this needs to be flat versus curved, but we'll see. I think if I were going for like a 3/4 look, it would probably work better, but we're gonna have we have the concentration tongue, and I think the concentration tongue should come out the side of his mouth. Steve says there was an old car called the Stutz Bearcat.
That's just like a famous car, or like a car that you knew of that somebody owned.
Yeah, I've never heard of that.
Oh, it was probably like a model, right? I don't know what a Stutz is.
I don't either. Is it a brand?
Seems like
it's a brand.
My context clues are pointing to that.
And if anyone's joining in, I have prompts for every day. So tomorrow I will be back with Voodoo Val, and we will be making hockey jerseys.
Oh, your Binturong also could have been a hockey player.
Oh, that would have been cute.
Maybe he's like a dual Olympian. Like, I'm not allowed to say that, am I? He's a dual competitor. He's competes a multiple in 2 sportsman. Sports. Yeah. That would be cute. He's just on both teams, and then he wears his hockey jersey when he's curling. It was a brand. Okay. They did a TV show about it featuring it. No knowledge of that piece of media. Bye, Mariana. Have a good day.
It's good to see you. Let's see.
And a good week.
Alana asked Wade what was going on. He's watching these pros make mascots, and I'm like, pro is that's a very loose term to describe me. Just a reminder to anyone who's watching, if you're over on YouTube, come join us over at behance.net/live, because that's the chat I'm reading. So if you're asking questions over on YouTube, I'm not gonna ever see them. Steve says, any chance of seeing Teddy Bear today? Maybe, I don't know. He's sleeping, so I don't want to disturb him. He's very much passed out.
Yeah, Bean is upstairs. She had a bad morning.
Bean. I love her. Yeah, and if you're just tuning in, we are making mascots for the Adobe Winter Games. So Syd is doing a red panda snowboarding, and I'm attempting a dog-looking Binturong doing curling.
You're doing a great job.
Thank you. I appreciate the vote of support. If anyone's wondering, this is what a Binturong looks like.
You didn't in picking that animal. You didn't set yourself up for an easy time.
Yeah, so, you know what it is? His face is smooshed.
It's a grumpy animal that you're trying to make represent one of the biggest events in human history. So you're doing great.
I wonder if it's because his, like, the face in the picture here is a lot more smooshed. And I wonder if it's just I'm lacking the smoosh here.
I always just have such a hard time getting the eyes to like point in the correct direction.
That does like make
chronically, like since I was a child. Like it's gonna live like this.
The more I have delved into like character design, the more I catch myself making the faces that I am drawing.
Yeah, that too.
Or like poses and stuff too. Like I can't tell you how many times I hold something and I look at my hand and I'm like, what does that do?
Yeah.
How does that look?
I definitely used to do that a lot more. Like when I was in college, I'd keep a big floor-length mirror like next to my desk and then just like contort into like whatever I was trying to draw. Now I think it's a little bit more of like the mental library, but
yeah,
I still catch myself.
I did a lot of figure drawing in college, and that definitely helped me overall, because there's been times I've drawn something and I'm like, that doesn't look right, and then I look it up and I'm like, well, that's what it's supposed to look like.
Like how sometimes you'll think about a word for too long and then that word will like not feel like a word.
Yeah, my favorite is when the looks weird.
When the what?
THE, the.
Oh yeah.
That's my favorite, is like when that looks weird.
Yeah.
Zach says, what is yours, Shauna? What is my what? I missed something. Anthony says, can you choose any animal from the Winter Games? Absolutely.
Yeah.
Like we chose we did like China-based animals just because that's where the current Winter Games are. And if you're in the chat, like let us know what you're excited about watching, because I love hearing what everyone else is excited about. I spent the weekend working on stuff and watching the team events, so that was a lot of fun. Can we draw our own mascots?
I spent my weekend doing that.
The good thing is it's all on replay, so you can watch it
on replay.
All on replay. You can watch it all. It's actually really easy to find everything too, and you can watch. The way that app I told you about is set up is you can actually listen. You can watch it without any commentary, and that's the best way to do it.
That's really nice. Yeah.
Jarena says, can we draw our own mascots after the streams today and tomorrow? Absolutely. So in the info tab, there is a link to the CC library that includes each of the streams. And each stream has a set of 2 characters. In this case, we have, the other ones have actual people. These were just flour sacks, because I didn't know how to like interpret a mascot without giving too much away. Like I didn't want to draw a bear and then that influenced too much. So flour sacks, but it gives this one, like you've got a name, you've got a personality, you've got a little description about them, and then there's a mock-up that works with each one. So in this case, we are going to be turning these into enamel pins, because who doesn't like enamel pins? If you don't like enamel pins, don't tell us, because I will judge hard. But I built an enamel pin mock-up. I have to do a little how-to guide for you guys if it's not clear. So I will.
Did you like make that file? Like,
yeah.
Built it out? What? Magic.
Yeah, it was a lot of the mock-up for this particular stream took longer than any of the others, because then it became a challenge. I was like, if I'm going to do this, I want it to look real.
Yeah, and she did update it like several times. Like once my power came back and I was able to like get messages for a little while, it was just like, wait, no, fixed it. Wait, no, fixed it.
Yeah, sorry.
It was good.
But it really was like, it was really fun to like push the limit of it to see just how realistic I could make it. And then I was sending one of my friends mock-ups of her logo as a pin.
Nice. Oh, yeah. That's cool. Yeah. Yeah. Like you can put anything in it. Like you can just You can put whatever.
Yeah. And I have like, once we get to that point, we've got 8 minutes. No pressure. I have a few pins I can like just sort of pop up on screen so you guys can see what I used as reference. So you could see what it looked like and such. Bella says, this sounds like a fun idea for the art squad. Do it. Steve says a fennec fox would have been a good one. Oh, yeah.
I actually thought about doing a fennec fox. I really like those. They're cute.
Then Jack says, I love drawing chow chows. I love chow chows. They're really cute.
Yeah, they're fluffy.
I had a neighbor that had a chow chow named Lola. She had the fuzziest ears. Okay, I am so close. This actually is kind of maybe working. We're going to do a little teeny, I don't know what these are called, the little smudger things that they use to guide the
I have no idea.
Big puck. Yeah, if anyone knows in chat, please.
Stick.
Yeah, please correct me because I have no idea. I feel like I should have probably should have looked that up, but I'm gonna do it like a little exaggerated version just so I don't have it like overtaking his little body. And then I'm gonna give him little shoes. The fun thing with pins too is there's so many things you can do with it. Like one of my things I want to do is make a spinner pin.
Yeah.
Which if you guys don't know what a spinner pin is, it's like 2 pieces of a pin overlaid so that you can have one piece that moves and then a backing.
Which when you find a manufacturer for that, let me know.
I will. I'm sure that I know of one that might be able to do it, but I feel like you have to like really chat with them to get them to understand.
Yeah.
But the company liaisons are based in, I think, Orlando, because I had a friend who worked for them.
Is it really called a curling broom?
Is it really? Oh man. Alana says, oh, in my mind, it's just big broom brush thing.
They could have named it anything, but they were like,
I could have been anything, so I decided to be.
They decided to call it a broom.
I mean, points for
straightforwardness.
It's a good word for it. Zach says, how is Teddy? Teddy is good. He's napping. He had a big weekend because my sister's boyfriend was here, so it's a lot of activity, and he doesn't get his naps on the weekend, so Monday is catch-up day.
I also need a nap.
Yes, naps are necessary, and that's like
not gonna get one. Need one. It's not gonna happen.
I can't do naps simply because if I do a nap, I will be out for 5 hours.
Yeah.
Like I can't do a 20-minute nap. That's just not in my arsenal.
Nope. My sleep inertia is too bad. Skip yells sweep. What's a skip?
A what? Oh, apparently yeah, they go sweep. Yeah, I heard, I was watching yesterday, it was the Italian team, so I didn't know what they were saying, but they were like brushing in front of it. They're like going, trying to sweep it, and they're like trying to get it to like curve, and it was weird. I was like, how do you got, like, is there friction? Like, does the friction guide it? Like, I don't know. I don't understand how it works. I know it works, but I don't understand how.
I don't know if it was like shuffleboard, but shuffleboard, you don't like go out and like chase it and like clean the board in front of it.
Yeah.
I've thought a lot more about curling today than
we ever thought we would. Yeah.
Never intended to. Not to disparage the great sport of curling.
My favorite thing was the last games was the U.S. men's curling team took gold, I think, if I remember right, but they had a photo of them and there was a caption that said the U.S. men's curling team looks like 4 dads that got lost on the way to like a restaurant.
They won the big prize. Good for them.
And I was just like, because they look like 4 dads that got lost on the way to a weekend getaway.
Yeah, that's good.
Maddie says, that bear is sad. He's supposed to be angry. Apparently my face he's like concentrating. Looks like I gotta fix the brows. I'm gonna turn off his sketch layer here. Okay, so I think I have to make angry brows if that's gonna be what I'm going for. Let's see. I was gotta go back. There's something Alana said that I just thought was hilarious that I gotta read. Alana had said, where is it? According to Wikipedia, it is a curling broom / brush, and the internet is never wrong. And then Lisa says the sweeping melts the ice a tiny bit to try, so they're trying to guide the curling rock. Okay, so it is friction. And Steve says, yeah, there's snow dust in front of the rock. Sweep it in one direction to steer it.
You know how like when ice melts, there's that little tiny like water membrane that just like slides. So they're trying to create that to get it to slide in the right direction.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Which makes sense.
It does. I mean, in the context of doing that, yes.
Speaking of watery ice layer, apparently my ice rink is closed today because the ice melted overnight. Their system's broken and they're having some trouble this year, so the ice keeps melting from the underneath.
That's not good.
No, it's not. Not one bit, especially if you're on a knife boot and you sink it. Nope. When you skate and you're sinking into the ice, it is not a good sign. I've done that before at outdoor arenas.
Scary.
It's not too bad. It's just very slushy feeling. And that happened at the Ribbon a couple years ago. But it was also like nearing spring. So it was like the last session before they shut down for the year. Bliss says, now he's diabolical. I can't get the eyebrows right.
I'm going to draw this board grab. This was like a weird pose to choose, but I'm almost there. It's almost working.
Well, there's our timer. We can take like a couple more minutes because I'm not done, but we still have a little bit of time. We've got like 30 minutes before we're done. And since we're doing our outlines anyways.
Yeah, I'm building mine to just pop in the template because it's so easy.
Yeah, Syd was playing with the template earlier and I tried to make it as foolproof as possible. The only downside is I'm going to have a little bit of areas that are going to be a little messy, so it's not going to be a perfect like the way that thing works, the mock-up is it definitely helps if you have vectors. But in this instance, like this will work just fine too. Like I have submitted pins before that have like crunchy edges.
Yeah.
And they can make it like that because they can make the die casts really detailed.
Yeah.
So it worked. Okay, this is going to work for what we've got. Because now I got to pop in some color. Okay, let's see.
I've gone off the rails. I'm choosing my own colors now.
I at this point, you do you know? As long as you have one of the colors in there, I will be fine. Jack says, I have to wonder how curling came to be. Like, was the game trying to get the stone as far as possible and they found brushing the ice and would slide farther? I don't know. Like, I always wonder who was the first person that stuck bones on their feet and was like, I'm going to use this to get across the ice.
Yeah. That I imagine was more of like a practicality thing. Like, you had to get somewhere fast and it was cold and they realized you could probably, like use that to their advantage. The rock thing was probably just like someone was bored.
Yeah. Well, and with ice skates, it did start with bones and then they eventually made metal blades.
So they would like skate, like they would put bones on their shoes and like
it was like animal bones they'd carve.
That's cool.
I'll have to find like pictures of it because I think you'd really enjoy seeing it.
That's really cool, actually.
Yeah, there's an interesting evolution of ice skates because they're still doing new technology. So if you watch the games, you'll notice there's some very interesting looking blades, and it's because they're incorporating carbon fiber. But then you have also the standard stainless steel blades. That is neat. And then there's all kinds of technology coming out, like a boot that you can remove the hooks with they're a plate and you can unscrew them. And that's a terrible idea because they are popping off on people.
Like those ones that you sent me the other day that are 3D printed, do they?
Oh, that's the pair.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, those are the ones that...
do they print the whole shoe? Do they just print the blade? Like what? I didn't look.
So the blade is its own thing. Yeah, the blade is separate. The shoe itself, apparently, my understanding is one piece of carbon fiber, like 3D printed. But then they put like fake leather on the outside of it. I wish I understood it. I don't, because I just don't like the skates. So
I would be so interested to know like how flexible those were, just like as a 3D printed shoe.
Yeah, they're apparently, because they're carbon fiber, they're really stiff where they need to be, but I would love to know like longevity, how well they work.
Yeah. Like how the fibers would hold up. It's like, I saved this problem for last and now I'm regretting it. Like the red panda, most of their body is like black. It's all dark.
It's okay. There's different metal colors. So you could do black metal.
Yeah, it's true. I'm more so like I did not set myself up for success with these. I guess maybe just the legs could be orange. Like the body could be all black. I could just cheat.
I think the Binturong, he's more of like a grayish color. So we're going to do that instead.
Oh, I was on the wrong layer. No.
All right, so guys, I'm filling in my colors and then we will move over to our pen mock-ups so that I can show you how this is done. And if you are creating alongside us, we'd love to see what you're making.
Yeah, if you're making something, like please show it. I really want to see it.
Tag us on like Twitter, Instagram, what have you.
You don't have to, but I really want to see it.
Yeah, we won't be angry, just disappointed.
Yeah.
Maybe
I'll just make his legs white, then it's like he's wearing pants.
I love how the curling discussion is still going on. Apparently there's evidence that curling existed in Scotland as early as the 16th century, which is actually kind of cool.
Yeah.
Vanessa says, I'm back. I missed everything. The great thing is this will be a replay. You can watch it at any point. can watch it at any point, and it's easy to find. And we'll be back tomorrow. I'll be back tomorrow with Voodoo Val, and we will be making hockey jerseys. For Team Adobe.
I don't like how I did that color.
I'm gonna go a little lighter for
I don't
this.
know when you're done with the character design. That's a very
How do you
good
know when you're
question.
done? Yeah, that's a.
I was just having this conversation with someone last night, like a big struggle of mine lately, and by lately I mean like the last couple of years, has been just like scope of work. Like I know how good something can be, like if I have the time to push it, and I often don't have that time to push it, but like creative brain doesn't know the difference between it doesn't know like external limitations. It doesn't understand time constraints or deadlines. It only knows quality. And that's something I've kind of been struggling with. Like, when is something quote unquote good enough? And for me, it's more of a feeling than anything, unfortunately. When I just can't find anything else to fix. Like with this one, I see a million things I can fix, but like I don't have time, right?
Yeah.
I
think
I guess that's the constraint. If I were to sit here and work on this, like, you know, for a client, that would be a different story. I would spend a lot more time. What about you, Shauna?
Yeah, a lot of it is like I will sometimes work till the last minute, and it's just if I've hit a point where I feel like I can't add any more to it, and I'm at a point where I can't take anything away.
Yeah.
I think that's the time that I'm just like, that's it, we're done.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Like back in preschool, color inside the lines, Shauna.
I've got some lines issues. One of the many things that I would fix if I had time.
Yeah. But we've got about 20 minutes, guys. So if you have any questions, this is the time to ask it. If you're on YouTube, come hang out with us over on Behance at behance.net/live, because that's where the fun is. What color should his hat be? The scarf is this blue color. Said, are you up to anything fun this week? Are you working on anything fun?
Just working. I had a lot of stuff I needed to get done this weekend that obviously didn't get done. So I'm going into my week kind of frustrated and like stressed. Like I've just got to, you know, get my normal stuff done, and I've got to get caught up on all of that, and like just a lot. So I'm more so just focused on, trying to get through the week after this. This was like the fun thing.
Yeah.
Have some pieces that should be kind of fun to work on for job stuff though. So
that's
be all bad. Hopefully my Cintiq doesn't just finally die before I get my new equipment.
No. Yeah,
what about you?
We will prayer circle your your equipment here. As far as this week goes, I have to work on 2 gallery pieces that I've got in progress, which I'm really excited about. They're gonna be a lot of fun. Well, actually, one is a gallery piece, one is a promo for my agent. And then the other thing would be I have to finish I have to render out the final book cover for a project I'm on. It's not due till like the 28th or something, but I'm still going to try and get it done earlier.
Sorry, 1 second. I'm going to like mute myself for 30 seconds.
Okay. Should I do color contrast sleeves, guys? Let's see. Coloring in Photoshop seems so satisfying. It really is. It's very satisfying. Yeah. One of my favorite things about like team jackets are when they have color contrasting sleeves. So we're going to do that. Generally, when you make an enamel pin, you can do, I think it's generally, I think a max of 7 colors with most places. So normally I would take that into account, but I'm not this time just because of our.
You can do a lot more than you used to be able to do though.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like a couple years ago when I was looking into it. At least you can do more affordably than you used to be able to do, because like a couple years ago, you know, you'd try to get that many and the price would just skyrocket. Like with each color that they had to pour, would just add on and add on and add on. And I think a lot of them now are a lot more competitive with the additions and the max that you can do and stuff. It's not so astronomically expensive.
Okay, that makes sense.
I like the ones that have glitter.
Yes. Oh yes, very much. Okay, so here's smudge. All right, so I have smudge ready to go. Oh my God, I love the little Adobe logo. That works
good.
so
yeah, am I allowed to do that? I can take it off if not.
I think because it's Adobe, I think we're okay. I use the Creative Cloud logo as the demo on the pin, and I checked and I was okay. So
yeah, that was more specific than me having it on the board there. So
yeah. Okay, so we have about 10 minutes.
Okay.
13-ish minutes, but 10 minutes. So
do you want to, I can do my own mock-up. You can do yours. Like I have to do mine in. You don't have to do mine.
Okay. So I'm going to open mine up just so you can see what's going on. We're not merging groups. Okay. So those of you who are going to make a mock-up along with us, we have this awesome one that I made. I'm very proud of it. There is a folder called Edit Me Content. And in that, you'll have a folder where I'll pull it up here. So sorry, let me extend. Gosh darn it. There we go. So in this folder, you have 2 smart objects. And when you update these smart objects, they will automatically update anything that is linked in these folders below. So in this case, we have the Adobe logo. I will be popping mine in just a moment, but we have shiny metal and we have matte metal. So if I turn off the shiny metal, we have the matte, and we've got a custom color that you can do. We have black, we have rose gold, we have silver, we have copper and bronze, or we have gold. And then if we do shiny, we've got a shiny gold, we have a shiny copper, a shiny silver, shiny rose gold, a kind of shiny black. Black was a little harder to do, or a shiny custom color. So I'm going to turn all of these off. I'm going to decide my enamel color afterwards. And I'm going to double click my layer here. Oh, I'm full screen. Cool. So I double clicked my layer so that I could open up my smart object. So if I go to my window, you'll see that there's the enamel pin mockup file. And then this is it'll say layer5.psb. But that will be your smart object layer. So I'm going to go back to my main layer, and I'm going to grab both of these 2 layers together. I'm going to right click and I'm going to choose duplicate layers. I'm going to choose it to put it in my layer 5 PSB document. And I'm going to click OK. So now if I go there, my little character is in this document. I'm going to show my guides, or the show guides. So there's a space right in the middle here, which is where's the size you can work out with this, with these characters. So I'm going to shrink my guide down, and I'm just going to shrink him to fit within these constraints. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn off the Adobe logo. And so we've got our little character. I'm going to take this layer, the color layer, I'm going to hit Command A, and I'm going to copy it and hit Command C, and I'll just turn it off. I'm going to hit Command S to save and close that. And then I'm going to go back to my enamel pin file. So it's going to look really weird right now because we have our little enamel pin, but then we have the Adobe background. So now I'm going to click on the color design. You'll see this little layer in the corner. I'm going to double click that. I'm going to go edit, paste special, paste in place. So it pastes in the exact size I need. I'm going to hit save. And then now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to my main file. I'm going to double click my layer with the outline. I'm going to hit Command A, Command C, and then I'm going to go back to here and I'm going to hit edit, paste special, paste in place. I'm going to select this outline by hitting Command and hitting my layer so that I select the content in there, click my color layer and hit the little mask button down here where it's a square with a little circle in it. So right now we're going to turn off our little characters. So right now it looks like it is masking only onto the color. We're going to click this. We're going to go to select. No. I'm going to go to inverse. I just have to figure out where that is. Sorry, guys. I do Command I because it inverts it. And so there's our color layer. So you want to make sure that your mask matches the outlines of your piece. I'm going to hit Command Save. And then it's a little weird, but my pin is here. So I'm going to see if I can go and just clean this guy up just a little bit. So I'm going to duplicate him. Because ideally what you want to do is have really thick lines, which I did not take into account with all the color here.
I was half listening and my brain did not compute. How did you, like I resized my line art and then how did you get your color to resize at the same size?
Okay. So I put both layers together in the outline folder.
Okay.
So that they were together.
Okay.
I'll probably do some editing on this file because I did it with a big enamel pin space. So I may do an update file into the CC folder, everyone, just in case, because this didn't work like I hoped it would. But it works for the Adobe CC logo. So I think you just need bigger spaces, and I tend to do way more detail than necessary.
I forgot to color mine's ears.
Oh no.
And his face.
Yeah.
I was just using the white background.
Oh no.
I gotta fix it.
Yeah. So if you do create this, keep in mind, like, you do probably want to make your layers a bit, or your line work a bit thicker. But all the same, I mean, it worked.
Yeah. It looks cute.
Yeah. And it's a good idea just to get an idea of like what it would look like. So if I did, and a lot of times too, if you have something like this where the colors are contrasting weird with the metal color, you can change it. So I can switch it to, you know, a black metal, and it will, you know, it'll fill in and it'll look a little more like my illustration. And in the case of, what do I have? Like, I have a pin here that is black metal. It was created by Lisa Congdon in memory of Ade Hogue. And it is, come on, focus. Come on, camera. Let me see if I can get this to focus. Come on. There we go. This is a shiny black metal pin. So you can see like there are some really tight details in there, but it's mostly pretty bold. Other ones are like I have this rose gold one from Anne Chen, also known as Anne Lettering. So there's different ways you can go about like your pin colors. So like in this case, she uses rose gold and just a single one color white enamel. And then you can also, for the fun of it, in these files, if I turn these off, I can just create a, in this instance, I probably want to get rid of any of the crunchiness in this because it did cause it to get a little awkward. So we'll just take off all of the scattering.
I think I accidentally deleted one of my layers.
Oh no!
Went. Yeah, I guess
okay.
I did.
Okay, so in this instance, like if I were to quickly draw, I don't know, we'll just do it like a smiley face. Where am I? There's my guides. So you want to draw it within the guides. Oh, that line just took its time. All right, we still got a few minutes. All right, and then if I were just
updating.
Which part's not updating for you?
The color layer. Now it's just being slow, I think is the issue. It's like I got the smart object updated, but even when I hide it, like it's taking its good old time.
Oh, okay.
Wait, did I put something? What the heck? Did I put something in the wrong one? No.
No. I wonder, did you,
I don't know what I did.
Yeah, it looks like its size just a little too big in the,
but like when I hide it up here, it doesn't hide there.
Oh yeah, because it's
on down here.
Yeah, it's a smart object.
Okay, so it is just a size. It's not a size issue though, because I updated this one with the new version that has the white like ears, because like Sia's ears and stuff aren't colored.
Okay.
I saved that.
Okay.
It doesn't update over here.
Oh, that's weird.
Maybe I was in the wrong layer. Let me close that. Try over here. Now I just have too many files open. Well, it's also it's hard because like I'm screen sharing on Zoom, so the Zoom screen share part is like right over where I need to click. So I'm just clicking on things, hoping for the best.
I'm gonna grab just a random color to make this work, so you guys can see that the pin mockup does actually work. And I'm getting spinning beach ball of death. Yeah, it's a big file. It is
hefty.
It is a significant file. We are, for the sake of timing, I'm just going to
click stop screen sharing. Sorry.
Okay, and I'm gonna turn off that. Close that. So there's my little guy.
Oh yeah, it works there. I'm super close. I've almost got it to work. And it's gonna look cute.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go back in. I'm gonna turn my little character back on because I like him. And we're gonna go back in here. The fun thing with this file is you can draw right in the file. So
those are pretty well overlaid. Is this just too far to the right?
Yeah. Paloma says, I love how the colors came out in the pin mock-up.
There he is.
Yay, he worked. I have to figure out why mine's got some really crazy shadowing happening, because yours worked. So somewhere in mine, I have a little something weird going on.
There he is. Change the backing color. Let's do just
I need
like
that one.
nice icy blue. That would be cute.
Okay, there's.
I don't want to rasterize it.
Okay, I think it's this layer that's just kind of playing with it weird. So, okay. I mean, that's as close as I'll get for now. That turned out so cute though,
cute.
Syd.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot his eye highlights. That's the thing he's missing.
Yeah,
I split everything on a different layer.
Yeah, mine definitely. I did not do my lines thick enough, and I have just a bit too much detail. So just keep that in mind if you're
yeah, but I mean, if you're using this file to like actually make a mock-up, which it's a really good resource for, you're gonna have plenty of time to get that straight anyway. So
right. And the fun thing
pretty
too
good
is like,
for like 2 hours. Super cute.
Oh, this one didn't link. I gotta figure out what happened here. The custom color one didn't link correctly. So I will fix that, guys, and I will yeah, I gotta figure out why that one didn't link properly. So I will fix that and I'll upload an updated one.
Yeah, I want to resize mine, but I also don't want to mess it up. So it's blur.
But we did it. It worked.
We did it.
There's 2 different options for backing cards. You can flip whichever one you want to use.
Oh, I changed the color on one.
Yeah. So this one, like, you can
add
like design.
Yeah, that's cute.
Yeah, this one I ended up doing like a little bit of a see if I can get that to look good. Yeah, like I have a little extra highlight thing in here if you guys want to create your own.
This file is so cool.
Can do curling Binturong.
This is what he would look like with silver.
And then you can change the background color just right in the file itself. You don't have to do anything special.
I'm gonna do shiny metal. Oh, that's cool. And rose gold metal and silver. Oh, that looks pretty.
Syd, yours worked well. I don't know what happened with mine.
Oh, I really like the bronze actually. That's cool.
I probably have to use a different brush when I fill mine in. But
maybe I did do pretty thick lines, so
yeah, I think that's probably what happened is I didn't make thick enough lines and I put way too much detail, because you have to keep in mind too, when you are creating a pin and it's this big, you can only get so detailed.
You're only going to get so much. Like they would definitely look at mine and they would like look at the gloves and like some of the face and they'd be like
yeah.
Unless you made like a 5-inch pin, like you would have some difficulty. But this is fantasy pin world, so
exactly, anything goes here.
Yeah, I do kind of like, this is also like a really good mock-up for like puffy paint.
Yes,
it would work for puffy paint.
Man, you're totally right. Paint. I love yours though. That turned out so cute.
Thanks. I didn't get to see yours like close up. It was in the, you'll have to send it to me.
Yeah, he's awkward. He's awkward.
He's like 5. He's cute though. No, look at him. He's like grumpy and he's gonna win.
Yeah, I want to rework him because now I want to see if I can make him better.
Yeah, I understand that urge.
Yeah, but
he's good.
It'll be fun.
He's great. Yeah. You picked a hard animal to draw. You picked a weird sport. Sorry, curlers. It's a weird sport. He looks awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do have to keep in mind when making pins too, like these little guys here, these little like little scarf edges.
Like, yeah, that would not cut out.
Yeah, I have done a pin that has something like that and it cut out, but it looks really awkward. Like it's because they can get a lot of detail, but it just didn't work as well as you would hope it would.
Well, with that, they have to do some sort of like a punch, I think, with like the edge details, and like if you want a hole through it, they have to do a punch, and that always costs extra.
Yeah, so keep in mind if you do these, like don't get as detailed as I do, because that's my big trait is I go too far and then I have to pull it back. So
but that's also why this file is so cool. Like you can use this to like literally just look at where your lines are going to intersect, like where they're going to, not be thick enough, or
exactly. Like it gives you a lot of a lot of
Yeah.
room to play and figure out what will work.
Yeah.
But it looks like it is time for us to wrap up.
Well done.
Syd, it's been so fun having you today.
Yeah,
Thank you
thanks
so much for joining in. It was fun hanging out with you because I feel like I haven't seen you in forever.
I
So
know. Yeah,
we'll have to
no,
catch
this
up
was super
again
fun.
soon.
This was exactly how I needed to start my week. So thank you so much for the invite. And thank you to everyone in chat for joining us.
Yes, thank you guys. We had so much fun. We had a lot of fun chatting curling because I learned things I didn't know. And Paloma says, adding making an enamel pin to my long list of art to-dos. I agree. It is definitely something fun that everyone should do at least once. So I hope you guys have a lot of fun with this file. If you find anything weird, please do reach out to me. Let me know. I'll be more than happy to fix it and adjust things. I will be back tomorrow at 9:30 a.m. Pacific for part 2 of the Winter Games. You can join Voodoo Val and me as we design a hockey jersey for Team Adobe. Download the free character prompt and create your own unique jersey alongside both of us. And then stick around for the Illustrator Daily Creative Challenge with Julia Vaca, immediately followed by mobile app design with Adobe XD Ambassador Ruben Cespedes. Watch to see designs and prototypes in Anime Discovery app. So Syd, real quick, where people can find you.
SydWeiler.com, at Syd Weiler everywhere. I'll put it in chat. Thank you,
All right.
everybody.
Thank you, everyone. Bye.
Thank